Hey everybody, it is Mike Shea from Sly Flourish, and I'm here with my friend Enrique Bertrand, the new BDM. Enrique, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Are you already in Barandar mode? Are you ready to
Bang,
roleplay? Bang.
bang, it's time to kill a dragon.
Oh, wow, we're getting right started, aren't we? We are here in the final episode of our playthrough of Dragon of Icespire Peak, the adventure from the D&D Essentials kit. We have been playing, we've had nine episodes of this show of our playthrough here, I think, or this is the ninth. I can't remember. There might be 8 or 9, somewhere
I
around
don't
there.
know.
I don't know. But we are pretty confident, one way or the other, this is going to be the final installment of our series here. Enrique, would you like to tell people what has happened so far, or what has particularly happened in last session's game?
So in last session's game, and you're gonna forgive me for not knowing the names of the places, but we went to the hold where the dragon,
Yes,
I guess it's
Icespire
the
Hold.
Ice Spire hold, where this dragon is supposedly making his its den, and I fought a pair of people there,
Yep,
a
the
man and a woman.
the Stone Cold Reavers they were known
The Stone
as.
Cold Reavers there, and I tried to bargain with them, but that bargaining went nowhere.
Right,
But then I decided to bargain with my axe,
right.
and
And then one of them wanted to bargain with you after you began to bargain with your axe.
and I
And
was
you
having
said,
none of
the
that.
bargaining is over. The time for
Time
bargaining
for bargaining is over.
was long ago. And
Yeah, so the my axe bargained with their back, I think.
yes, yes,
And
brutal.
yeah,
Uh,
point is that we are here where the dragon lurks, and Bang and Barundar are set to destroy this dragon who has been haunting my dreams and haunting the people of Fendelin and the Sword Coast for far too long.
right. And now those days
And,
are ending,
and all I'm going to take
one
with
way
me are
or
the
the other.
friends I've made along the way.
All right. So you are beginning. Let's see. Get my own map up because my map has a key. So where you engaged in the bloody battle was in a set of old stables in a gatehouse outside of the keep. A stairwell. I believe you followed the stairwell from the to the west and up to the upper battlements, where you see that they had laid out a couple of bows and some arrows, aiming down at the pathway that you had run up when you first approached the gate. There is also a large iron-bound stone door, or iron-bound wooden door, leading to the west from this particular chamber.
So
You
obviously those are the arrows that they were using to
Yes,
fire at me when I was making my way.
correct. Yeah, it looks like you saw that there were a couple of beds here. You saw that there were, they had built a small campfire here. The shattered rooftop. The gatehouse once had a wooden thatched roof, which has collapsed inwards. They used some of it for shelter, and then the campfire was out in the open, so they could camp here.
So let me ask you first. Does it look like this was a camp for two people, or should I be expecting more people here somewhere?
It looks like a camp for 2 people.
Those two are taken care of.
What's our what's
Oh,
uh uh sir, I have a question for you. How do we feel right now? Are we feeling pretty good? I think it's a
Bang,
good
I
time
think we
to.
should rest.
Yes, you think so?
No, Bang, I know so.
You know so, of course, sir. I'm sorry to have questioned you, or implied in your questioning of yourself, sir. Are we
Not
resting
sure
for
what that
just a
means,
short
Bang.
time, or are we going to sleep here? I'm nervous sleeping underneath the lair of a dragon, but
Is there any place, is there any good place to hide out here, um, to actually try to sleep and carve out a little place to sleep here?
so you could look. You know that there are some other doors and other rooms that to the south of the gatehouse. That's the room you're
Right. What
currently
is
in.
that thing there in the south of that room?
That is an old fireplace that has collapsed.
Can we carve out a little bed in the old fireplace?
You could. It will be cozy.
Bang, I'll take the fireplace.
He says, "Oh, yes, sir. Do you mind if I?"
But we should look around the other rooms and see what's going on.
Sure. So, looking around through other rooms, many of them have fallen into great disrepair. Those three rooms to the south. One of them appeared to be a smithy. Let's see, 3, 4, and 5. One of them appeared to be a barracks with old wooden cots that have long rotted and have broken out. But it appears that one could stay here as well. And the other one is a storage room filled with rotted barrels and crates that have broken through and long been devoured by rats and other large creatures.
Yeah, Bing and I will look for the more comfortable room and try to carve out a place to rest.
Excellent. So you set up your bedding in the barracks area, and with the door closed, and you're kind of like there's holes in the ceiling and howling cold wind coming in from the ceiling, but you believe that from an over from a flight over the top of you, they wouldn't be able to see you, whatever terrible creatures would fly over the top. And you feel that like you would be warm enough to spend the night.
Okay, sounds good.
Do you have any stories to tell, sir? I always love your stories.
Bing,
Sir,
tonight we must rest. Tomorrow we slay dragons.
I suppose we are going to establish our own news stories tomorrow.
We'll have a new story to tell tomorrow, Bing, but for now I want you to get some rest.
I hope it is a good one, sir.
You have a long day ahead of you tomorrow.
I suppose I do. And he takes his fur cloak and kind of wraps himself up and goes into a bundle, and soon you hear his small snores as he falls to rest.
I look at him and I say to myself, Bing, you're a good guy. I like you, Bing. Good luck tomorrow.
He continues to snore. The night goes by. Yes, sleep comes restlessly with the energy of your coming battle, but you are able to take a full rest, regaining your vitality and your vigor for the day ahead. When you awaken, Bing is awake and preparing some cold foodstuffs, pouring out cold coffee out of a mug that he had, and some dried meats that he lays out atop breads. I didn't want to risk a fire, sir. I know that those other jackasses out there seem to have a fire, but I just wanted to be careful.
Bing?
Sir?
I always like the way you think.
I like the way you think too, sir, most of the time.
I think I do too.
Excellent.
No rest for the weary, Bing. We have to get going.
Indeed, sir. Here's your open-faced jerky sandwich that I made for you.
I look at it. What kind of meat is this, Bing?
Deer meat, sir. We got it when we were in the forest. I kept some of it and salted and preserved it.
Very good. I was hoping you'd have boar meat from all those boars we met at that pumpkin patch.
I forgot. The weird thing is that I took some from that large boar and it rotted right away. Something terrible. I don't know. It didn't come from here, you know.
Well, maybe you need to learn how to salt the meat better, Bing.
I don't think it was a matter of the salt, sir. But yes, I will. I'm sorry. What I meant was, yes, I will work
Perhaps
on my
you could take
salting.
a class when we get back to Phandalin.
I think so. I think Phandalin, I'm sure, has lots of classes in how to salt meats. Maybe I will find maybe when I'm done here, I will find a new profession.
Good.
Excellent.
Let's get going, Bing. Your venison is tasty, but I want to kill a dragon.
As you heft your axe in your hand, you feel it while everything else here is cold. The axe is warm to the touch, as though filled with energy, filled with the same adrenaline that fills you as you realize you are going to face your mightiest foe soon. Oh, sir, don't forget about those potions we found. We may need those.
Which ones, Bing? I forgot it already.
I'm sure you didn't forget, sir. I'm sure this is just a test of my own mental fortitude. But back when we were facing the anchorites of Talos, we found those potions that I believe one of them was a potion of resistance, was it? A potion of,
Yes.
was that it? It was like heroism. It would make your skin strong like armor and help prevent. I'm thinking back to that ogre that we found that was frozen through, and I imagine us kicking in the door heroically, only to face a torrent of dragon's breath and immediately be turned into a pair of icicles. And I wonder if those potions might help us. I don't know when we should drink them, but I just wanted to.
Perhaps when we're closer to the dragon, Bing.
Yes, sir. A good idea, sir.
Keep them handy.
I will. Here.
And you're
take
right.
Yours,
I was testing you.
and I will take. Yes, I know, sir. I hope I passed.
You did all right, Bing.
All right. I will accept that. 7 out of 10. Perfectly acceptable.
You're an adequate 6 out of 10, Bing.
6 out of. Well, some room for improvement, I suppose.
Yes.
Excellent.
We have to work on some things.
Right. So you make your way out of the dilapidated barracks and up those stairs once again to that large iron-bound wooden door. The door looks like it had received some minor improvements by the Stone Cold Reavers who built it, though it appears to be barred from this side. Will you unbar it and head across?
I do.
All right. You unbar it and the door opens. Are you doing so stealthily or with your might and vigor?
With my might and vigor, because I feel like there's enough wind out there to sort of cover up whatever it is I'm doing anyways.
Excellent.
If the wind is howling and the snow is falling,
right,
no one's going to see a dwarf kick a door down.
Excellent. So you open up the door, the wooden bar falls to the ground, the door creaks open, and a howling wind blows through the chamber as you look out over the large stone bridge crossing the 35-foot gap across to the main keep. Across from the, let's see, it's 50 feet above the trail that's passing underneath. And the railings here are, much of them are shattered as you are making your way across, though the bridge itself looks relatively sound. On the northern side of the door leading into the keep is a large iron bell with a short rusty chain dangling from it. The door itself lays open and into the keep itself. Look at that, sir, a bell.
Don't ring it, Bing.
I won't, sir. That seems like a poor idea.
Yeah, I agree. I take a look at my surroundings before I kind of take a deep breath and make my way in.
Excellent. You stepping into the hall, your first steps into the main hold itself, you see murder holes on the ceiling where hot oil or other terrible things could be poured upon attackers, and arrow slits on the walls to the north and south where arrows could be rained in on attackers who reached into this initial entrance. Another door lays open into a larger chamber. Do you
any arrows on the floor?
No. You do find that there are a couple that lay under thick dust, and thick dust, and you can even see like the floor itself has these splashes, and you see bones lying on the floor that appear to have been pushed off to the side, and the bones are that of orcs, but they look quite old.
So how's the ceiling in here?
The ceiling in here is sound because it's made out of stone. You think that there is an upper that you're in a, there's the ceiling above you is made out of stone and is still held strong by archways. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
The Besselmere.
I guess I didn't ask what the building would have looked like from the outside.
Yeah, sorry. So from outside, it's a two-story keep sitting high atop the cliff. To the north and south of the bridge are carved dwarven figures, a male and a female, armed and armored and both holding hammers. Those look like Besselmere dwarven carvings, sir. They really knew how to build a keep. This place must be 1,000 years old. maybe older.
Bing, you're talking about dwarves.
Yes,
Of course we know how to build
of course.
keeps.
Yes, right, of course.
It's like halflings knowing how to build a beer barrel.
They probably could have built a better roof on the gatehouse, though. If you look, it's all rotted through. But besides that, yes, very sound, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in through the other door.
Very good. You walk into the main hall, into an audience chamber. It's very cold, and wind is kind of blowing through it. You see shields and weapons and torn tapestries on the walls, shattered shields and weapons lying on the ground. Humanoid skeletons and dwarven skeletons lay on the ground. A great battle must have taken place here long ago.
A quiet, a whispering prayer to my dwarven god.
Whether your god hears you or not is a good question. You, as you are praying, and Bing is looking around, he goes, "Sir, I found on either side of the room there appears to be walls with cracks in them that looks like they can either shift out of the way or once could shift out of the way, that seem to lead either to the east or west. They look like they were once hidden, but the wear and tear on this place has revealed them."
Bing, I'm impressed with your passively perceptive nature.
Thank you, sir. I've worked hard on it.
I am going to head to the west.
All right.
On the cracks that Bing found.
You approach the west. So you go over, and you see that there's this large crack in the wall, and there's wind blowing through it, and the whole section of the wall has sort of tilted slightly. So it looks like it once could be sort of pushed in and slid away on iron rails, but it has fallen off of the rails at this point. Do you want to try to break it through?
A wall and iron rails. What is it, like a?
So it's like a secret
like a
door.
Pocket door.
Yeah, it was like once. It looked like it was once a secret door that could be pushed in and slid off to the side. However, in the many centuries that this castle has been here, that this keep has been here, it has fallen off of the rails and is now leaning slightly in the doorway where it once stood, and it'll require some force to move it out of the way.
Okay, let's see it. Let's check it out.
All right, give me. Do you ask for Bing's help, or are you going to do this on your own?
No, I'm going to do this on my own.
Very good. Give me an athletics check, if you would.
Athletics +6 on that roll. 8.
So you go and you push, and you hear the screeching of metal, and you manage to move it a couple of inches, but you are not able to move it completely.
So
Sir, would you like some help, or do you have it?
I side-eye Bing, and I'm like, Bing?
Sir.
Why don't you come give me a hand?
Yes, sir. Bing kind of goes over, and he grips the side. He's like, and you see his tiny arms straining. Go ahead and give another athletics check, this time with... He goes, "Oh, sir, hang on." And he pulls out a large bar, and he sticks the bar in. There. Make another athletics check with advantage.
9.
9. So, wow, that was your highest? So
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Right, you stick it in, you're like, "Oh, that's," he's like, oh, and you hear this crumbling as the whole door cracks in half and collapses down atop each of you. You each take 3 points of bludgeoning damage and are prone. As you lie there, you hear this fluttering sound as 3 pink creatures fly out from the nook and screech around and attack you. They look like this.
Sturgis.
One of them flies down and attacks you and rolls a 22 to hit. I presume that hits.
Yes.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, and it sticks its proboscis into a crack in your armor and begins to drain blood from you. While you are quite taken aback by this attack, you look over, and 2 of the things have attacked Bing. "Sir!
Oh, no.
Help!" One of them pierces right into his neck, inflicting 6 points of piercing damage. The other one, however, cannot seem to get through his armor as it's constantly poking its long nose-like protrusion into his armor, which is bending and then snapping back into place. Sir!
How many points did you say?
Bing took 6, Barandar took 5.
Not good.
And we will jump straight to Barandar. It is Barandar's turn.
Okay, how far away are the ones on Bing?
They are 10 feet. Well, no, they're about 5 feet. You guys were right next to each other opening the door. So they are right next to you. From your current position,
Okay, so
you could stand up and attack the ones on Bing.
So I'm gonna attack the one on me and the one on Bing with my 2 attacks.
Excellent. Go ahead.
So I have a +7 on that attack.
Excellent.
So I do a 18 on the one on me.
All right.
And a 10 on the one on Bing.
The one on Bing does not hit, but you manage to grab this bloated form and tear it free from your neck, and with one smash of your axe, smash it against the wall like a giant mosquito. It leaves a splatter of your own blood sprayed on the wall. It is Bing's turn. I feel my life fading from me.
Relax, Bing. I'm coming to help. Can Bing cast a sacred flame?
He can. And the Sturge fails his saving throw with a 12.
That's a 2d6?
2d8.
2d8. 7 and 7. 14.
14 points of damage. It explodes in radiant light. The one that was piercing into his neck. He kind of grabs it, and it just bursts with radiant energy, spraying what appears to be like these shining little white fireflies through the air that you realize are bits of his evaporated blood. It is the second Sturge's turn, the third Sturge's turn. This is the one who is attacking him. And it rolls a 16 on Bing.
That's a hit.
It manages to pierce through his armor and begins sucking his blood. He takes 5 points of damage. Ah, sir! It is Barundar's turn. Yeah, Bing has now taken 5 points of damage.
Yes, Barundar is going to swing his axe at that Sturge and try to save his beloved friend Bing from death by mosquito.
Excellent. I thought we would get killed by a dragon. I never thought I'd get killed by these stupid things.
Quiet, Bing. I'm going to help you.
I see light, sir.
My first attack fails. My second attack rolls a 19 on the second attack.
Describe your killing blow on the final Sturge.
I split the Sturge in half down the middle, and those bits of crystal of evaporated blood cover Bing and I.
Yeah.
We almost look like shimmering vampires.
It's like, sir, have I become undead?
No, not yet, Bing. That's just evaporated Sturge blood. Relax.
Wait, what do you mean not yet?
Forget I said that, Bing. Forget I said that.
He kind of lies back. I still have broken stone from the door on me, sir.
What is it that you call that the needle thing?
A proboscis.
Proboscis. Yeah, I grab the proboscis. I pull it off of Bing.
Proboscis.
I pop it out.
Proboscis, sir. Ah!
The proboscis feels like I imagine it feels like a calamari. It's kind of
yes, exactly. It's a little like, yeah, it's like a soft lobster.
Bing, put this away. We might be able to eat this later.
Oh, all right, sir. He takes it, and it's still covered, and he kind of flips it with his hand and shakes the blood off of it, and then puts it into his bag. Shall we drink a healing potion or something, sir?
Sure.
I happen to have one right here for myself.
Bing,
anyway.
Drink it.
All right, sir. Go ahead and roll a 2d4 plus 2.
Come on, Bing. 4 and 1, 5 plus 2, 7.
All right, excellent. Yeah, that helps considerably from the 11 he was down. I feel better, sir. I feel good. Not as good as I felt waking up this morning, but not so bad, all things considered. Look, sir. Look at that stairwell. And as you look, you have entered the room that you have exposed by breaking down the door. looks like a stairwell that leads down into the rock below the keep. You also see that another one of those doors on the rails on the opposite side that can lead into another room to the west. So it looked like there were two secret doors that both led into this narrow stone staircase.
So I don't want to go down just yet. Let's see what's to the west.
Okay, sir. There's also a lot of cobwebs and stuff. It doesn't look like anybody's been down there for a long, long time. You are able to, from this side, you are able to kind of shift the sliding door out of the way and enter the room to the west. So here you see another room filled with broken bodies, shattered weapons of a battle that must have taken place a long time here. It looks like there is a bed that has collapsed over age, and there is a dwarven skeleton lying atop the bed, holding a bottle in one hand and a sword in the other. Look at that, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go inspect the bottle.
It looks, yeah. So the sword is covered in rust and dust, and you can see these weird rust-like patterns on the blade. The bottle is old but not broken. It appears to be a bottle of a dwarven, like once was a bottle of some kind of dwarven alcoholic beverage, now long empty and dusty. Some sort of dwarven hero stood here and held her ground, it looks like.
Bing?
Sir.
I stand on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah, one day you will be a giant, sir.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm a dwarf, Bing, but I was being more...
I meant figuratively, sir. Like you've...
Right.
Like you are a giant in deeds.
Right.
That's what I meant,
That's
sir.
what I meant too, Bing.
Excellent. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. Look at these weird rust patterns. I think the rusted blade comes from the blood of orcs. Like they stood their ground here and slew many orcs while drinking and probably singing, I would assume. I don't have any evidence of the singing, of course, but I would imagine perhaps singing.
Bing, I don't even want to ask what got you how you led to this conclusion here about orc blood and whatnot, but I guess I agree with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, a great battle took place here, Bing.
To the south, you see a sturdy oak table and these tiny little figurines laying out on it, and like a whole, it looks like an entire map of this keep back when it was sound, and it showed like these figurines of orcs coming up the trail and figurines of dwarves trying to defend them, and it looked like there were many orcs and only a few dwarves that fought here.
Bing?
Sir.
Looks like somebody spent their time wargaming here.
I guess, sir. Yes.
Well, they weren't busy fighting.
Look, sir, dice. And he holds up a small. They understood the chances and probabilities of combat, sir. They accounted for that in their plans. Yes, sir.
We don't have time to play games, Bing.
Sir, yes. Absolutely, sir. Sorry. Sir.
I take one of the figurines of a dwarf and I put it in my pocket.
Excellent. You see Bing, and he takes like 5 or 6 orcs and he puts them in his pocket.
And I grab the dice.
And you snatch up the dice. There is a doorway that leads off to the west from here. Or the secret door that led back to the other area. Would you like to continue west, or are you going to go out the way you came?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
So you travel out west into a hallway. You see shattered doors that lie to the west. It looks like the southwestern portion of the keep has taken quite a lot of damage from time and perhaps other events of weather, or even events by beings of a conscious nature, where the stone ceiling has collapsed. There is a spiral staircase that leads upward to the upper floor, and it looks like a hallway leading to a series of doors to the south.
Can I peek up in the staircase real quick to see what's going on up there?
Yes.
But I'm going to do so stealthily.
All right. Let's see here. Staircase.
And I tell Bing just to hang tight down here.
So
I really just want to take a peek up there and see.
Can I have a stealth check, please?
Absolutely. I rolled a natural 18. I have a
All
plus
right.
2 in stealth.
Yes,
20.
and with your mithril armor, it makes no sounds as you kind of make your way up the stair, your axe in hand. Peeking around, it goes upstairs to the upper level, and when you look around, you see arrow slits in the walls that peer out to a large open section of the roof, and through the arrow slit, you see a huge white form laying atop the cracked stone of the upper roof. Its lungs filling, raising its body nearly 5 feet into the air with every breath, as it is clearly, and you can hear its snoring as it lays there, wrapped up in its huge white wings. You have witnessed Cryovane. The room itself that you were in appears to be like a turret, a large turret, also with a fireplace, and many arrow slits aiming out into the region around the keep. So you just came up that spiral staircase, and looking out of the arrow slits, you see Cryovane snoring. It looks like when you peer out of the doorway, you see that there are small holes in the stone just outside of the doorway. They appear to be like tiny chimneys leading up from the rooms below. Through the roof to the top.
The dragon would be sleeping just outside the shattered doorway there.
Yeah, so he's kind of in the center of this large open area.
Those circles there, those are the chimneys you're talking about?
Yeah, those are small chimneys. They look too small to climb through.
If I light those chimneys from below,
they will send smoke. Yeah, they'll send smoke up through the chimneys. The flames will not reach.
Not flame.
Yeah.
Not flame.
Correct.
Okay.
You do notice that the whole surface, the outer surface outside of this small turret, is coated in ice, and within the ice you see bodies, like a hand sticking out of the ice, and you also see a great amount of gold and silver and jewels embedded in the ice.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
All right. Oh, sir, you're back. I was worried.
Bing?
Sir.
I've seen the dragon.
Oh, sir.
She sleeps.
She does.
The question is, do we attack it now in its sleep? Or do we keep searching the keep, hoping to find something that can help us in our quest?
I don't know, sir. I don't think the Besselmere dwarves would have necessarily known of things to help with a dragon, but I don't know. We could look if you like.
I'm more concerned about the ice that's formed there. Does it look... Did I get the feeling that ice would be slippery and it'd be hard to walk on?
It looked slippery and hard to walk on.
What kind of boots was that dwarf wearing?
Oh,
is there anyone wearing boots? Any of these bodies wearing boots that would work well with ice?
None that look any better than the boots you have, and all of the boots of the bodies that you found in this keep were rotted through long ago. The boots of the Reavers did not appear to be any better than yours. In fact, they were pretty subpar.
I think the question here is, do we do this or not?
I don't know, sir. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, I want Bing. Bing is not at full hit points.
Yes, sir. I still have this.
So I want Bing to drink another potion.
I think part of the proboscis broke off inside of me when you pulled it out.
So we're gonna do a short rest.
Excellent.
Where I will use a hit die.
He was down 4, I think.
Bing?
Yeah. After the healing potion?
Bing is down 5. Bing has 31 hit points. He's at 27. Yeah, he's down 4. You're right. So Bing's at 31 hit points. I drank the potion, by the way.
The potion of the potion of invulnerability?
Yes.
Oh, right. I assume you take your short rest, you recover points.
Yes.
Standing at the stairwell, you both drop the potion back. He goes, "Oh, sir, it did taste like liquid iron."
It's the worst thing I've ever tasted, Bing. This is horrible.
It's really horrible. Oh, it's so cold. God. It's cold down in my stomach.
Bing. I almost throw up in my mouth a little.
It's like silver, like little bits of silver around your mouth.
Bing, this is terrible. But you know what? I feel kind of good.
Yeah, look. He's like, "Look, sir." And he's taking a needle and poking it into his hand. He's like, "Look, it's bending."
Amazing.
Amazing. Ow! No, it went through.
Well, Bing, I want you to know something, Bing.
Yes, sir.
I've always appreciated you, no matter what happens here today, Bing.
You know, when you talk like this, it makes me very nervous, sir. It makes it feel like it's the last time.
Bing, you should be nervous. We're about to face a white dragon and there's only two of us.
I know, but when you say things like I really appreciate all the times we've had, on top of the fact that we're going to go fight a white dragon, it makes me even more nervous, sir. But yes, I've enjoyed my time with you too.
Bing, we may both die here today, but I want you to know that if
You're not
there is
helping,
an
sir.
afterlife, I'm going to go look for you.
That appreciate it, sir. I'll probably take a little time off if it's all the same to you.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could do whatever we want
Right.
up there.
Like I don't know.
Point, but
yeah, draw. I'd love to learn how to draw and salt
I
meats.
might finish that. I might start a book or something, Bing. I don't know.
That sounds like a good idea, sir. Yes, sir.
But I want you to know I've enjoyed our time together, Bing.
Me-
This really has been the highlight of my life for the past
Now,
3 weeks.
well, let's hope we can keep that highlight going, sir. Let's go kick some dragon ass.
The past 2 months of my life, this has been the highlight of them.
Wow. Sir, and you look and tears are streaming down his dirty face.
Oh, come on, Bing.
Sorry, it's very touching. Can I give you a hug,
Bing,
sir?
those tears are going to freeze. Bing, those tears are going to
Ow,
freeze.
you're right. I'm very cold now.
Let's go kill this dragon.
Let's go do it, sir. You walk almost in slow motion. You make your way up the stairs, grim determination on your face as you enter that turret and make your way out of the front door. You look at the icy ground and realize that it is difficult purchase as you walk on it. But stepping around the corner, you see the full size of Cryovane, the white dragon. The snoring continues, but then stops as a huge voice echoes out over the keep. I was wondering how long it would take you to make your way up here. Finally, you arrive. And her head kind of turns, and you see these blazing blazing blue eyes. That's a sturge. Blazing blue eyes that make your view. I suppose you have come up here to do battle. But what if I have something better to offer instead? Would you be open to parley?
Bing, are we open to parley?
He looks at you.
I suppose we are.
And he looks back at the dragon. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, sir.
Yeah, I don't know either. Of course we're open to parley, but...
Those two fools below...
That was horrible.
...had attempted to use me as their own tool. I let them live because it amused me and because I liked to see what happens. And then you arrive, dodging their arrows, taking a couple in the shoulder. That wasn't too impressive. And then you fought them. And you fought them with such ferocity and such a bloodthirsty nature, that one who was running and you cut her down as she fled. And I said to myself, maybe this isn't somebody best encased in ice. Perhaps this is one who might ride me into battle. Would you allow me to be the mount of a warrior such as you as we attack Phandalin and take what is ours?
Does Bing believe that a sacred flame spell will defrost some of the ice here?
Bing can make a intelligence insight or intelligence arcana check to determine that.
I have a +4 in arcana. 18.
Bing believes that Sacred Flame doesn't actually have any heat in it, and it is not going to melt the ice. It would take actual fire. Okay. However, flames would definitely do it. And I believe, do you have any fiery stuff left? Was there a scorching
We had the
ray?
fireballs. We had the fireballs, but we went through those.
Yeah, the fireballs are gone, but I believe you have some other item that allows you to catch Scorching Ray, which would fire 3 beams, and that would cut 3 clean pathways through the ice, as well as being able to target Cryovane.
Yeah, we had it was the little crown that we found inside that hole in the sinkhole.
Yes. Yeah, as Bing kind of looks at it, he kind of reaches in and he looks, and he has that crown in his possession, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he looks at it and he sees the gemstone gleaming with a red light.
Yeah, so I want Bing to make a couple of paths to the dragon.
All right. So the dragon looks over at Baron and says, "Your friend can't join us, I'm afraid. His time here has ended. But you and we could be something mighty."
Dragon,
Its eyes kind of go wide. He goes, "Yes."
I'm afraid I have bad news for you.
Oh, damn. What?
If Bing doesn't come, then I don't come.
Then you shall die here today. And it inhales a deep breath, and as it does so, we will roll for initiative.
Bing rolls a 19.
Oh, excellent.
Barundar rolls a 21.
Whoa! You both beat Cryovane's 18. Excellent. So, with tremendous speed, as the dragon inhales to breathe out a deadly blast of cold, both you and Bing act first. Now, if you wanted Bing to fire off that beam, Barundar could... Well, let's see. This is going to be tricky. Since Barundar is slightly faster than Bing, Barundar can hold an action, but can't hold a movement before Bing fires off.
So here's what I want to...
Yeah.
So here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to run it up on the ice and basically slide my way to the dragon with my axe.
All right.
Try to hit it.
Yes.
And then have Bing create use that jewel.
Yeah.
On the dragon and create try to create
melt the area around.
Melt some area around it. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So to start with, as Barundar, you already know it's icy. So you kind of push off against the wall and then slide. I need you to make an athletics check to keep your feet underneath you as you go sliding towards the dragon.
All right.
Failure and you will lie prone.
Okay, I have a +6 athletics. Come on.
DC is 12.
I rolled a 14 plus
Excellent.
6, 20.
You slide heroically, keeping your balance as you slide up to the dragon. The dragon's eyes kind of go wide as you slide up, and you are now adjacent to the dragon on your feet, your axe humming in your hand with power and exuberance.
So as I'm sliding, I'm screaming, "Bang!
Sir!
Do your thing!"
Yeah, you turn around and Bing is placing the crown on his head.
And I slam my axe on this dragon.
All right.
This is a Dragon Slayer axe.
It is.
2 attacks. First attack. 19.
That's
natural 19.
Oh, that's a crit! Because you are a champion.
That's a crit on the dragon. Double D10.
It's 2d10 plus 6d6.
27 points of damage.
All right. The axe just screams out as you slam it into the dragon. It was inhaling that breath and kind of lets a bunch of it out, screaming as your blade cuts into it. Cryovane has never felt anything so devastating in all of her long life. It is Bing's turn. He's going to fire the beams.
Yes.
All right. So he has 3 attacks.
I rolled a 7 on one of the hits.
That will miss.
A 16 on the other hit.
That is definitely a hit.
And a 23 on the other hit.
That is also a hit. You do 4d6 fire damage to it.
12 points of fire damage.
She screams out again as the fire blasts into her. Just fury, all of that cockiness that she had, thinking she could swoop, to win you to her side, is gone as she goes into a feral rage. She flies up from you. You get an opportunity attack against her.
It hit the wall of my dice tray. It was going to be a 19.
Oh,
not 16.
16 does not hit. You take a swing at her as she launches off. The whole upper area is now an inch or so of water that's laying there after the circlet, after the blast of the scorching rays melted all of the ice around the area. So it sends this mist as she takes flight. She flies about 30 feet above you, 40 feet above you, and unleashes a howling blast of her terrible breath. I need each of you to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Is there anywhere to take cover around here?
There is not. She flies up specifically to be able to hit you with both you and Bing with the blast.
Okay, so I'll do Bing first, who has a terrible Constitution. 12. And Barundar rolls a 16.
All right. So Barundar, you kind of pull your shield in as the blast hits you, and you feel the energy of your axe kind of flowing around you. And as soon as it hits you, you're like, wow, you can tell why that ogre got frozen in one blast, because it is a tremendous blast of cold. However, between your stoutness as a dwarf and the potion that you drank, you only take 11 points of cold damage. Bing, however, is not so lucky, as he is caught off guard by the blast. He is only saved by the fact that he drank that potion. He takes 22 points of damage. And you realize without the potion, it would have been 45 points of cold damage.
Poor Bing.
It is now Barundar's turn. As the dragon is now 40 feet off of the ground above you, having just blasted you with its terrible breath weapon. You get the feeling it is in a rage, and you think it looks like it's going to come back down again if you wanted to ready an action.
No, I'm gonna hold my ground here with my Dragon Slayer axe and wait for it to.
All right, you bang your
swoop near me.
Bang your axe on your shield. What does Bing do?
No, Bing needs to. Bing's in bad shape.
Sir!
Bing needs to heal up.
I'm hurt, sir.
8 and 4 is 12, 14 points.
14 points. Wow, very good. I feel better, sir. The dragon, having breathed out its breath, drops back down and rears up with claws and a bite. However, Barundar, you had readied your action, so you may go first. Keep in mind, you also have an action surge if you wish to take it.
I'm going to use these giant D20s I got at D&D Live in LA.
Filled with the malice of Avernus.
Yes. The action surge gives me another attack, right?
No, it gives you a full other action, so you get 4 total attacks.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So first attack, 15 and 11 plus 7.
Oh, yes. So the 11, yeah, they will both hit. The AC of this white dragon is 17.
All right, so let me roll the second attack, and then I'll do damage all at once. So another 18, and then a 15.
15 will not hit.
Okay, so 3 hits.
3 hits.
73 points of damage.
70. Oh, my God. Hang on a sec. I got to do math. Devastating wounds. Cryovane just screams out as you hammer into it. The axe is just thrumming. Lightning is arcing from the sky into your axe as you are smashing it down atop Cryovane. For a minute,
I'm screaming at the sky like a whale.
As you scream at the sky, you look and you see like the clouds appear like dwarven heroes that are all like, yeah! As they're
like Mufasa.
Right, just screaming down at you like, go get him! The dragon, in just a rage, goes tearing into you with a bite attack. That is a 13 to hit, which misses, and a pair of claw attacks. One of them is a 25. The other one is a critical hit. 28 points of damage, but your resistance takes it down to 14. As the claws would have just rend you apart, but because of your iron blood from the potion, you take only 14 points of damage. It's your turn again. Sir, are you okay? You look very angry, sir.
When does Bing go?
Bing goes right after you go this time.
Yeah, so I'm going to. Yes, I'm okay. I'm going to attack it again.
I'm glad to hear it, sir.
No, I wasn't talking to Bing. I was talking to Mike.
Oh.
Well, I guess I was talking to both. Yes, I'm fine, Bing. I want you to. Well, I'm not going to tell him what I want him to
do. I'm busy.
These 2 attacks miss. I rolled a 9 and a 3, so that's a 16. Does a 16 hit?
No, a 16 does not hit.
Stop talking to me, Bing. You're distracting me.
Sorry, sir. I'll stop talking, sir. You just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great, sir. By the way, I want to let you know that I've really enjoyed the adventures we've had together, sir, and they mean a lot to me.
Shut up and cast.
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
I want Bing to cast Shield of Faith.
Oh, right. Cryovane roars again.
Bing is going to cast that on himself.
Okay. I thought you meant to
Bing,
cast it on me, sir.
Bing needs the help.
All right, sir.
Bing is going to cast, and it's a bonus action, so I could still do something else.
Very good. Yes. And you could still cast Sacred Flame if you, for example.
I could still cast Sacred Flame on the dragon.
All right. And the dragon.
So Bing is going to take a little self-care here. So
excellent.
Self-care is good.
Cryovane rolls a 13 on the save. What is Bing's DC?
Bing's DC is a 13.
Oh, she saves from the radiant blast. Just in the rage, as his sacred flame roars over, she swirls one wing and it kind of reflects against the wing as she blows it away. Then she spreads her wings wide and breathes out another terrible torrent of that breath. I need each Barundar and Bing to make DC 15 Constitution saving throws.
So Bing failed massively that Constitution save.
Bing's like, sir, I'm gonna
And Barundar makes it easily with a 20.
Barundar is hit for 11 points of cold damage. Half of her breath. Bing, however, takes 22 points of cold damage as he is blasted once again. I gotta learn how to get out from that.
Bing is at 1 hit point.
Oh, sir! And it is Barundar's turn. You turn around and you see that Bing is kind of coated in ice.
Yes. Someone put in the chat, he's a Bingsicle.
A Bingsicle, sir, I'm a Bingsicle.
I look at Bing and I see Bing suffering, almost dying.
Yes.
And my eyes well up with tears because my friend is about to go because of this damn dragon. And I say in a rage, not today, as I bring my axe down onto the dragon's hide. I'm aiming squarely at the neck at this point. See if I can just sever the head. Here we go. 2 attacks. Come on. I rolled a natural 18 on one.
Yes.
That's a hit. And I rolled a 9 on the other for a 16.
A 16 does not hit. Roll the damage on the first hit. Let's see how you do.
24.
24 points. You take the axe and you go to behead her. And as you do, she pulls her head just slightly back and you sever through arteries and her windpipe as her head comes back. And she thrashes back and all of the ferocity that was once in her seems to flood out of her as her blood hits her cool blood hits the surface of the ground nearby. She steps back and with her last breath, she looks at you and says, "You and I, we could have been something together." And her head slams down to the rooftop of the fortress as Cryovane, the bane of Phandalin, is slain.
Yes. I look at her and say, no, we couldn't have. And I run over to Bing to see how Bing is doing.
Not so good, sir. But I'm still up.
I'm sort of trying to comfort him and tell him we made it, Bing. We survived.
You sort of grab him and his cloak has frozen to the wall nearby and you have to sort of break him free. I'm very cold, sir.
No, I'm gonna try to get him and wrap him up in something and take him downstairs and see what we could do here.
Thank you, sir.
Warm him up.
We could light the fire. We don't have to worry about the dragon anymore.
That's a great idea, Bing. Even in death, you're a smart person.
Why don't you... I'm very cold. Why don't you light that fire over there if you would?
You got it, Bing.
Yeah. But use that wood over there. It's a little drier than the wood you were just about to get.
Bing, stop bossing me around.
Sorry, sir. I'm very cold. Maybe if you wanted... I have some sausages in my pack if you wanted to put those on a spit over the fire.
Bing?
Yes, sir.
I may leave you up there with the dragon squirrel.
No, I'm sorry, sir. By the way, there's a lot of treasure up there, sir.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to leave you down here getting warmed up, and I'm going to go take care of it.
What? Wait, by yourself, or?
Yeah, by myself.
Dragon's
dead, Bing.
Are you going to tally it, or keep track of?
Don't worry, Bing. I'm not going to cheat you out of your share.
All right, just making sure, sir. Yes, sir.
I go upstairs and
All right,
I make sure Bing is comfortable.
Yeah, so Bing is sitting in front of the fire. He's bundled up in like 2 or 3 blankets, and he has like a stick with 3 sausages that he's holding over the fire. And you hear the fire crackling. When you go up to the surface, the dragon is lying there dead. The whole area is kind of filled with water and the dragon's weird bluish blood that sort of flowed all over. But you see a great pile of treasure lying among the gore.
So I want to look at the dragon. I look at the dragon for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of kick his head a bit with my boot.
Yeah, and it's the leg just sort of twitches as you kick it, like it just dead meat, like this huge dead beast lying there.
All right, then I walk over to the treasure and take a look to see what's in that pile.
So all around you see piles of copper, silver, gold, and platinum. You see about 500. A quick tally tells you more than 500 copper, somewhere around the realm of 5,000 silver pieces, 2,000 gold pieces, and 100 platinum pieces. You also see that other heroes had died here, frozen by Cryovane, and some of their weapons and armor appear to have some value to them as well. You find 4 pieces of jeweled armor worth 25 gold pieces each.
I'm going to take the platinum.
Yes.
I mean, I can't carry all this stuff. It's ridiculous.
Right.
I'm going to take all the platinum pieces I can, a couple handful of gold pieces, as many as I could stick in the bags I got. Mm-hmm. What I do really want to take with me is I want to cut one of the dragon's claws.
All right.
Yep. Like maybe one of his fingers.
Yeah.
And take that with me.
Very good. Yeah, it's like a dagger.
As proof that I slayed the dragon.
It's like 7 inches long.
That's fine.
It's very clearly like it's a claw from a beast that must have been this large. No one, the white scales and the size of the claw, no one will mistake it for anything else.
Yeah, I want to take that with me just to show that I killed this thing.
Excellent. Yeah, as you were going through the loot and through some of the bags of the adventurers who died here, you also find a small pouch of magical dust and a potion that has a liquid in it that looks like fire, like this weird bubbling liquid. You realize it is a potion of fire breath. Somebody else had a good idea, but never was able to use it.
Okay, well, I'll save it for the next time I fight a white dragon.
Excellent. Sir, would you like a sausage? They're ready and cooked. As you step back down the stairs, Bing already looks like he's in a better state.
Sure, Bing.
What an adventure, sir.
Bing, they're going to sing songs about us.
I have to ask you, sir, and I promise not to tell the bards. Although I will certainly tell the bards what happened. But I won't. I just need to know. Were you ever tempted by Cryovane's proposal to be a dragon lord, to ride atop a dragon and conquer the north?
Bing?
Sir?
As you know, or as you may know, I'm a dwarf.
Indeed.
I'm scared of heights, Bing.
Oh, I see, sir. That makes perfect sense, sir. Yes. Yes, well, I'm glad it turned out the way it turned out, sir. You're a good friend, sir. I've been very happy with our journey, and we succeeded today, sir.
Bing, we did something good here today.
Did you find any good stuff up there, sir?
And we also killed a dragon while we were doing it.
We did, sir. I mean, I didn't really do very much. I fired off like a thing and it hit a wing, but holy cow, did you cleave into that thing.
Bing, I found you some coin and I found you some treasure.
Ah, excellent, sir. Perhaps we could take a small vacation.
Perhaps we should, Bing. I think we've earned it.
Excellent, sir.
I hear good things about the Moon Sea. Perhaps we should visit that area.
Yes, to the east. Sure.
Yes.
We could visit the Dalelands and see all those places.
We should, Bing. We should see what's out there.
Not Flan. I hear it's terrible. But there are other nice places. Shadowdale isn't supposed to be too bad. You and Bing share tales as you make your way down the winding path. As you stand at the base of the mountain, you look up and see smoke drifting up from the keep from the fire that you had lit after the dragon had been slain, and you see one leg of the dragon and one part of a wing hanging over the side as it already begins to rot and decay in the sun. Although in the cold weather, it will probably take some time. You continue your journey in safety and in companionship as you make your way back to the town of Phandalin. As you arrive, you see the mayor of the town is over. He's like, "Nope, we don't have any more postings today. I'm sorry. You'll have to find employment elsewhere." And he sort of rushes back off to his mansion.
Do I have a chance to show him the claw?
You do. So he got to stop. He goes, What is that? Is that
Bing here? Bing and I slayed the white dragon.
He looks at you and he looks at the claw. He looks at Bing. He goes, "You slew the dragon?
We destroyed it. He won't be bothering you anymore."
You destroyed the dragon. This is tremendous news. And he shouts out, he goes, "They destroyed the dragon! Look!" And he holds your hand up, and your hand is holding the dragon's claw. And everyone's like, "They destroyed the dragon!" And people start piling around, all around. The whole inn empties as all of the drinkers come, and the two bards kind of show up, and they all hear your tale, and the two bards begin to strum. I need you to make a perception check for me, and you have to beat a 22.
Me, Barundar, you mean?
Barundar does.
22?
Yes.
I can only hit that if I get a critical hit.
Let's see.
No, I don't beat a 22.
So you're busy kind of talking to the town folk, and you hear a jingling of coin, and you turn around, and Bing is standing there next to the bards, his hands on his hips, and the bards begin immediately to go into a song of the vast heroism of the duo of Barandar and Bing, and the day that they freed Phandalin from the tyranny of Cryovane. And you realize, like, only Bing actually knew the name of the dragon as Cryovane. Like, how did the bards learn that? Right? But Bing is standing there smiling and listening to the song as the first of many days of festivities happen over throughout the town of Phandalin. 6 months pass since the day you slew Cryovane. What are Barandar and Bing up to? What have they been up to over the 6 months since having slain Cryovane?
We are in the Dales.
In the Dalelands. All the chill left. You're in your summer attire among the grand trees on your making your journey throughout all of the lands. What sort of it have you continued your adventures?
We have along the way. We've killed orcs. We've helped villagers from goblin raiders. We've sort of downgraded from killing dragons to sort of taking odd jobs along the way as we make our way east across Faerun.
Yes. Are you wearing the dragon claw around your neck?
Absolutely.
And you have your magical axe over one shoulder. And
some other stuff I've picked up along the way. I picked up a shield along the way, a magical shield.
Excellent. You have this shining shield on your side.
Bing and I explored some mines, and I picked up a shield in this mine.
Awesome.
That we were. And Bing too. Bing has a cool staff that he picked up.
Really? Like all covered in glyphs.
Yes.
And so the two of you kind of on the back of a cart that is making its way along the northern roads when you arrive at the small village of Shadowdale. And immediately they're like, "Oh, you wouldn't happen to be the two adventurers Barandar and Bing, slayers of Cryovane, would you?"
I look at Bing and I wink and I say,
"I didn't pay this one off, sir."
Yes, we are.
He says, "I would like to buy the two of you a drink and hear of your tales of adventure."
I look at Bing and I say, "Bing,
we've certainly taken a drink before."
Sure, we'll take a drink.
The two of you hop off of the cart and make your way into the tavern, and it is there we will end our story.
I look at Bing and I say, "Bing,
sir,
let me do the talking."
"Of course, sir." And he smiles and he turns and gives a wink to the audience.
credits
The credits roll.
directed by Mike Schiff.
What a great time. Thank you, my friend.
Awesome adventure.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
What a good time. I appreciate it. Thanks to all of the folks in Twitch and all of the folks on YouTube who have been watching our fine series. If you're just catching it at the end, all of the episodes are available. I will be building a playlist of all of them so you can enjoy this fine tale from beginning to end. And who knows, maybe we will see Barandar and Bing again in another adventure to come.
Somehow, Mike, I think we will.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
I wink at the audience.
And you wink at the audience too. All right. We are going to call it a day. Enrique, thank you very much for this. This has been absolutely excellent. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Mike. This was a really fun experience. I really enjoyed playing one-on-one D&D more than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too. That was a big surprise for me what that was going to be like. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I think
me too.
It's got all the D&D in it.
And everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. Evil John, you were there for every episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, and the people who comment on the YouTube, I love the YouTube comments. They're a lot of fun. Everybody seemed to enjoy this, so we should do it again at some point.
Yes, we definitely will.